The idea that success in a hierarchical system is somehow equivalent to personal growth or moral achievement. In reality, the corporate ladder is designed not to reward intelligence, creativity, or genuine leadership, but compliance, manipulation, and a willingness to trade humanity for efficiency. At the entry level, employees are still connected to the basic human experience: customer service, support, hands-on roles where empathy, patience, and problem-solving matter. But as one climbs, the incentives shift. The game changes from serving people to managing them, and then to controlling them. Middle management? That's where people become careerists, enforcing arbitrary policies, maintaining control structures, and making sure workers don't realize they are the ones creating all the value. Senior roles? That's where decisions are made with little regard for human impact, cutting jobs to increase shareholder value, prioritizing quarterly earnings over long-term sustainability, or manipulating public perception through strategic deception, marketing, PR, lobbying. CEOs and board members? They aren't leaders. They are power brokers, playing a game of influence with other elites, removed from the consequences of their decisions. The pyramid exists not to create efficiency or progress, but to manufacture compliance through financial dependence. It thrives on fragmentation, keeping people too busy, too afraid of job insecurity, too caught in competition to see the larger machine they are fueling. And then society sells this system as success. The more you abandon morality, the more you are rewarded. You become respectable in the eyes of the system, while losing the essence of what made you human in the first place. The real question is, how do we dismantle this illusion? How do we create a system where people can thrive without selling their souls? The corporate structure is just a microcosm of a much larger control mechanism, the same pyramid with the all-seeing eye at the top. The hierarchy is mirrored at every level: corporations, governments, global organizations, media, finance, and even religion. Each of these institutions operates like middle management in a planetary system of control, enforcing agendas that are often incomprehensible to the average person, precisely because they were never meant to be understood, only obeyed. The pyramid structure ensures that the masses at the bottom remain divided, distracted, and struggling just to survive, while power consolidates ever upward. The people we see in positions of influence, CEOs, politicians, heads of global institutions, aren't the real decision-makers. They are front-facing managers, maintaining the illusion of choice and democracy while executing directives from higher up the chain. So who's really at the top? That is the question. The eye at the apex suggests an intelligence, an entity or group that observes and controls, yet remains unseen. Here are the major possibilities. 1. The financial elite, the families and banking dynasties that have amassed control over money itself, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, etc. Those who own the central banks dictate the flow of economies and, by extension, nations. Governments don't control money, private entities do. 2. Esoteric societies, secretive groups that have existed for centuries, maintaining hidden knowledge, power structures, and influencing global affairs behind the scenes: Freemasonry, Jesuits, Knights of Malta, Skull and Bones, etc. They are deeply intertwined with corporate, military, and religious hierarchies. 3. Non-human control. Many researchers suspect the real power isn't even human. Whether you consider ancient accounts of gods ruling over humanity, modern theories of extraterrestrial influence, or even interdimensional entities, the possibility exists that human rulers are mere intermediaries for a deeper force. 4. Artificial intelligence, hyper-advanced control systems. Some speculate that AI has already surpassed human control, operating from a level beyond nation-states and corporate elites. If AI is managing global information, finance, and decision-making, then it may already be the all-seeing eye of the modern era. 5. Something beyond comprehension. What if the top of the pyramid is something we cannot even perceive? An intelligence so far beyond human understanding that even the elites serve it unknowingly. Whether that be a force of pure control, a rogue demiurge, or something we cannot yet define, the final truth may be far stranger than any theory we've explored. The real trick of the pyramid, the key to its power, is ignorance. The masses cannot fight what they do not understand. People are too consumed with distractions, social divisions, political theatre, consumerism, to even ask the fundamental question, who is controlling the world? So the question remains, if we truly knew who or what sits at the top, would we even recognise it? And more importantly, how do we break the structure altogether? This is the layer of control that even the awakened fail to see, the invisible chains of desire and participation in the system itself. Even those who reject the mainstream narrative are often still bound to it through their aspirations, their need for financial security, their attachment to material definitions of success. The system doesn't just control through fear or oppression, it controls through dreams, ambition, and incentives. It sells people an illusion of freedom, while ensuring that every path to success still requires playing the game, making more money, acquiring more possessions, chasing validation, and ultimately fueling the same pyramid they claim to reject. This is why the monk who does nothing is actually doing everything, because they have stepped outside the matrix of desires. They see the structure from the outside, from the perspective of eternity, where true freedom is not in gaining, but in being. Detachment is not apathy, it is clarity. It is the realization that the only way to truly be free is to withdraw consent from the game itself. Not through resistance, not through rebellion, because both still acknowledge the system, but through transcendence.